We are live on Mr. Wood Studios. My name is Mr. Wood. Today's episode, we will concentrate more on road safety. But I remember the first day I met Efia Kimura, who is a YouTuber. She asked me, Mr. Wood, why do you want to be a YouTuber? And I told her that I want to create more awareness on road safety. And she asked me why, and I told her that it's true. Do you know we have lost a lot of public figures through road accident? Kwame Usansa, Terrible Cheka, Ebony, Suzy Williams. We lost them through road accident. And apart from that, we have other public figures who has been also experienced road accident before. Some of them are our own brother Kojan Kansan Lewin, Honorable George Anda, and our own former president John Ejekum Kufuor. They have all experienced road accident before. But yes, sir, it seems our attention on road accident is too low. So I decided to be a YouTuber, and one of my goals will be on road safety. But by the grace of God, I have finally met a man who has been dedicated himself for road accident victims for the past 14 years. He is a pastor, and his name is Reverend Seren Benedict Club. Welcome, sir.
Thank you very much.
How are you doing?
Great.
I thank God I have you here this morning.
Thank you too for the opportunity.
Sir, there are a lot of people in here has been lost lives. People has been disabled. We have orphanages, all because of accident. But it seems we don't pay much attention on that sector. But you are a pastor. You have a lot to do. Your family, your church, fasting and prayers, midnight prayers, all-night prayers. Still, you have dedicated yourself to assist accident victims. Why are you doing that?
Okay, thank you very much, and let me greet your cherished viewers, and also thank you for the opportunity to be on your show. Let me also thank any other person who have supported us. If I'm mentioning names, it will be trouble, because when you leave one name, you have omitted. And so for me not to do injury to my own self, I want to extend or express gratitude to anybody for the past 14 years or 15 years who has passed through and have donated a cedi, a dollar, or a pound, or even a yen or a rand. We thank God for everyone too who is praying that accident will come down. So that's the little appreciation I think I can give to all our partners, collaborators, and supporters. With the question you asked, I want to take it from the latter part, which is the less concern we've given to crashes on our roads. Not forgetting those who get injured. So every year we have not less than 15,000 people crashing on our roads.
Roads alone?
Yes, on our roads. It takes injured people, serious injury, like people who are maimed, eyes removing, head cuts. We have hand cuts, we have bedridden people, we have people who it takes time for them to even recover. We have people who become psychopaths out of crashes. We have people who become hawkers, whose family, some become widowers, because women and men get crashed on our roads, and yet we've paid very, very less attention to it. Then again, we have roads which are not up to standard, because the UN Decade of Action gives standardized roads, roads that have the necessary furnitures, roads that have the necessary features, roads that have the necessary road markings, which are standardized roads that is accepted by the Commonwealth, of Africa, that these are roads that has to be done. We have also paid less attention to drivers and driver behavior and attitudes. So we have all kinds of people driving on our roads.
What you are saying What are primary services you provide to accident victims in
Yes,
Ghana?
so with crash victims is basically now it has become a national security issue.
Okay.
For people, let's say less than 15,000 people getting injured.
Okay.
We have 3,000 people dying at the end of the day, and we have a chunk of them who, one way or the other, do not know how to go through the process, where to go for any compensation or insurance claims.
Okay.
We don't have insurance knowledge in our system.
Okay.
Talk less of road safety, advocacy and campaigns. What we do here is first and foremost try to campaign for road safety, because prevention is better, and so we try to do the preventative campaigns, preventative measures, preventative tips for our roads to be safer, because indeed if we don't have crashes, we will not have road crashes or injured people.
That's good idea. What are the most common challenges facing accident victims in Ghana, and how does your organization address these issues?
Okay, so like I said before, we try to negotiate their admission fee and discharge as well.
Okay.
So when we negotiate the amount they need to pay, sometimes the amount ranges from 4,000 to 20,000 that we need to now negotiate, defray the cost of the discharge so that they can go home. It's one of our primary charges. Secondly, we also try to reintegrate them back into society, that after you have been discharged from the hospital, where do you go from there? Some have lost their employment. We try to get them employment. Some we try to get them a container to sell at home. Some we also try to give them one contact or a connection that will aid them to come back as they were before, because those who are in wheelchairs, those who are using crutches, definitely will still have to work. So we try to fix you somewhere for you not to be thinking about your predicament, because there's no one who had an accident that was, normal as it were. You definitely be some kind of, scratches here and there.
Then per what you are doing and what you are saying, my senior man, Udemaya, who said you need upload for that.
Of course, we need it. We need it because when you look at the road crashes or the number of road crash victims, where government have paid very less attention, even to the canker and even to our own selves. We need the upload to do it. That's why I earlier on thank everyone who have donated a dime or a CD or a kobo, or a dollar to what we do, because we wouldn't survive if we don't have those small, and we appreciate every little support that comes.
Then I also thanks each and everyone who has been donated to you before.
Exactly.
Okay, sir, how does your organization support the accident victims to navigate legal and medical processes?
Great. That's a very good question. So with the legal, there are institutions in the system which are working to support crash victims. One of them is the insurance company. Within the insurance company, we have the National Insurance Commission. In the National Insurance Commission, there is something we call compensation fund. Where crash victims will have to, not just any crash victim. In fact, the National Compensation Fund goes through a process which is similar to insurance claim process. So with the compensation fund, we aid crash victims, those who have been hit and run, those whose insurance claims have been repudiated. Repudiated means that it has gone past the legal time frame, which is 3 years. So when it is 3 years, after 3 years, it becomes status bad. Status bad means that you cannot claim again. But then there is a caveat that the court can give you an extension. So when you get a lawyer, or we try to get you our legal aids to help you appeal to the court to give you an extension, you must get all your facts correct, which is your police final report, which you pay for, and then they'll give it to you. You have doctor's final report, which you pay for, and you claim it. And then the last one will be everything that you have paid for during the accident that you used on yourself for the accident. Everything that you have paid for You make sure you get a receipt of them, or you jot it down
like
and give it a
records.
date. Yes, good.
Okay.
Records that genuinely shows. But in all the records that you have, one that stands out is the doctor's final report, and then the police report, which ascertain that your RTI is the road traffic injury.
Okay.
Road traffic injury,
okay.
Which shows that indeed you had an accident on the road, because there are so many kinds of accidents. We treat road crashes injuries.
Okay. So that's the legal aspect.
That's the legal aspect.
What about the medical side?
Yes, so the medical side, there are some that are still at the hospitals,
okay.
Which indeed they are RTI cases. Their cases have become so bad that they don't even have, they are so vulnerable. So such people, when they come to us or they write to us, or we have something we call first aid and not last aid, a program that we do.
Okay.
First aid and not last aid, it means we visit the hospitals to make sure that every crash victim is given the needed treatment he or she needs to be able to survive. So when we go to the hospital and we find such people, what they need, like wheelchairs, they can afford a wheelchair, they can afford let me say their hospital bills. Okay. They also can afford certain equipment, like wheelchair, crutches, Zimmer frame, arm sling, and all those. Surprisingly, there are people within the rural areas that can't acquire these things. So when we visit them and we visit their hospitals, they give us the things that they need, and then we try coming back to Accra to raise and then give it to them. Those that cannot pay on admission, they can't pay for their surgeries, they can't pay for their what do you call it? Hospital, anything that borders on their medicals,
then you are doing a great job.
Exactly.
You are watching Mr. Wood Studios. You can visit our website, mrwood.com, for authentic and current affairs news. Don't forget to subscribe, share, comment, and like. Say, per what you are saying, can you tell us any initiatives your organization has been introduced to create awareness of road safety in Ghana?
Thank you very much. For us, we have so many initiatives.
Okay.
Like I mentioned earlier, the preventative one is one that we are very keen into, and currently we are running what we call the Safe to Safety Child Road Safety Campaign. Safe to Safety Child Road Safety Campaign is the campaign we are doing to prevent accidents on the side of children. So we visit the hospitals, we support children a lot.
Okay.
We ask why the children are in such situations. Most of them, we realize that they are either going to school or coming to school. Just a little of them are going to church or coming from church. And then they get crashed on the road.
Okay.
Why? Because most children do not know how to cross the road, where to cross the road, and why they are crossing the roads. Yet we keep on saying that the children are our future leaders.
Yes.
So it means that if we have children crossing the road and children are the future leaders, we must protect them.
You are watching Mr. Wood Studios. Don't forget to share, comment, subscribe, and like. Say, for me, I'm a content creator, but I watch a lot of content creators who are seniors in the industry. I watch Udemaya, I watch Amayo Debla, Delay, Zangon Felix, Kobiche, I watch Delay, I watch Koje Sherdy, Connect Mind, a lot of them. But yesterday evening, I was watching something on Connect Mind, and the guest was Koje Sherdy. He mentioned, or he passed some comment. That's why I wanted to ask you this. He was indicating that people normally misinterpret what you are actually doing. So if the YouTube is handled by our local people, by now they have removed a lot of content creators from it, because they interpret what you are saying differently from what you mean. What is your biggest misconception of what you are doing? The negativity, discouragement of what you are doing?
When you talk about these, sometimes I'm very careful. Like you earlier on said, that if YouTube is handled by Ghanaians, they would have deleted content creators out of it. It's the same thing. What I'm doing now, I have been told by many people that government should do it.
They mean government is supposed to do it.
Government is supposed to do it, which is true. In fact, one of the reasons, we are coming up with a communication very soon. We'll put it out there. All the manifestos that were given out, crash victims were never mentioned. Neither road safety.
Then,
so it means that when you get accident today, you are on your own, and you can see the chunk of people that get the accident.
But per the records I checked, only this year, more than 1,000 lives have been lost.
So you can see
through road accidents.
So you can see. So why should a government come into power and decide that it will not show concern to 1,000 lives that are being lost on our roads? It means that we don't have the compassion. We don't have it. The concern is not there. Their vision and focus is not to save lives. You understand me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so we are trying to come up with a communication, put it out there, without any. Because what we are doing now is it's not only for God and country. It's a patriotic work. For God and country could be political, but this one is patriotic. You love your country. That is why you think that this vacuum must be occupied. And so we've taken this initiative, the sacrifice, the pain, the bull by the horn to do it. You know. So when you ask me, this is some of the misconceptions. You are a pastor. Why are you doing this? You get it? You are a pastor. We are this kind of man of could do. We are one. We are software. So, and sometimes people, even crash victims, you support them, and their conception is that you have been giving some big money, and you have done to give them payment. Anyway, I can sit on your set without fear and favor. Anybody who thinks that he has given us money and we have not used it wisely, apart from our partners, you know, which I have mentioned, I can mention a few. Even road safety, they can attest to this, that accident victim support is genuine. Yes.
Then what I can say is God bless you, because we don't have much attention on especially road safety
at all.
How can one support your organization?
Yes, so we have a website, www.absfoundation.gh.org. We are there. We have a Momo number, 0241-123430, which is our support line. Aside that,
it's a Momo number.
Yes, 0241.
In case I send money, which name will appear?
Accident Victim Support Foundation.
Accident Victim Support Foundation.
Yes.
Yes. Then give us the number.
Yes, 0241-123430.
Thank you very much. Then I'm also appeal to each and everyone to support this institution, because they are saving lives and they are giving us information on how to protect ourselves from road accident. Do you have any advice for the general public, especially the drivers and the pedestrians?
A very big one. Driving is a life-saving institution. So anybody who is a driver, he must take it seriously. You cannot be a novice in driving. You cannot be anybody in driving. You must be somebody driving, and somebody's think about everybody. If you are a somebody, you think about everybody. If you are a nobody, you don't think about anybody. You understand me? So drivers, especially anybody who get the chance to sit behind a steering wheel and to carry lives, about 4 lives, including his, in a private car, over 16 people or 12 people in an oven or a bus, and in a very big bus, 33 people, you have the opportunity to be the one who is steering the affairs of these lives in a journey from one place to another. You don't have to take it for granted. You should thank God first and foremost that you are the one carrying these lives. Number one, you are doing God's work, because every life that God protect, God keeps, or is in the hands of God. God makes sure that life will not be wasted. So John chapter 6 verse 6, it says that none of them got lost. So you must be that kind of driver that will make sure no life is lost in your car or when you are in charge and you are traveling. Number 2, as a passenger, you are a supporter of the journey, helping the driver to drive. And so you make sure that politeness is very, very key in this. Alertness is very, very key in this. Then also you make sure that you yourself, you speak up.
Okay.
You speak up.
Okay.
So you speak up politely and you are alert. Alert in the sense that you don't sleep. Your eyes are also helping the driver, because the driver is a human being like you and I. Thirdly is the pedestrian. They've done for you on our roads a place to cross, that is a flyover or a bridge. Just use it. They've demarcated a place like zebra crossing. Go and stand there. They've demarcated a place like a traffic. Stand there when it is red. You cross when the cars are stopped for you. You cross there. But you said no, you rather jump the fence. You know, when anything happened to you, who have caused it? You have caused it. So my advice to the general public is that, like Rosity has been saying,
okay,
let's protect life.
Okay.
You protect, I protect, wherever we find ourselves. Your life is in your hands. Lastly is the road safety itself.
Okay.
And then any other person who is a player on our roads as a stakeholder.
Okay.
We should all speak up to do the right thing on our roads. So we do the right routes, like DRIP has come. We patch the potholes where traffic lights have destroyed or spoiled. We repair them.
Okay.
And when you see anything on our roads which is bad, you speak it. You don't go and stand somewhere and say, we are saying and I say, Anka, then make sure you get the right people, report it, make sure any accident you report it, and then the players involved will work at it, and then we all will stay alive.
With this, can you share with us any successful story in which your organization has been made significant impact in any of the accident victims or their families?
Oh, okay, we have, so you can see some of them. This is the picture.
Okay.
Not this especially. Okay, so this one, this is our campaign in the school. Yes, wherever we visit hospitals, we give the hospital this one, get well soon.
Okay.
You know, and this is about our media campaign. I don't have a lot of pictures, but you can see the one here.
Okay.
Safe to safety campaign.
Okay.
There's a child road safety campaign.
Okay.
The families that are there, the girl is called Lois, and that's the mother.
Okay.
This girl almost died. It took this girl about 9 months in the hospital.
Okay.
Yes, in the hospital, who nearly died. So the graphic found that interest and came on board to interview, because we were doing that, and I took them to the house. If you are talking about impact in lives, we have so many. You know, because I'm doing a pastoral work, sometimes I think it's a work of God. I need not to document it until I was told that, look, so be getting it. So when you go on our page, especially my Facebook page, you will see the impact. And lastly, on the 18th of October, we will be having a very big program, which is our anniversary and fundraiser. When you come and hear the stories yourself. This time around,
it will be at where?
It will be at the Bukum Arena. Bukum Arena. The boxing arena. That's where we'll do it. And when you come, you will come and hear the stories yourself. This time around is the institutions like social welfare institution across the country.
Okay.
They are coming to share the story, the impact that they've had from us, you know.
For instance, if someone involved in accident, and by the grace of God the person
survives,
is alive, or he survived, what are the key steps he's supposed to follow so that he can get proper support?
Well, unless the case is out of hand, many people take advantage of crash victims. That's where our care is. We make sure we don't take advantage of crash victims.
Okay.
So that's why you don't see us interviewing crash victims. Only when we are going to have news.
Okay.
And then we talk to them, we interview them. But there are those who go to them, interview them on their plight, they put it out there, and the money goes to them. No, we don't do that. We only do that when it is very, very necessary, and we discuss with the crash victim. But apart from that, as a crash victim, if we get to know, and we get to know that this, you had the accident here, first and foremost, we go to the police station where the case was reported, get the necessary document, or help you to get the necessary document, i.e. police report. From there, we go to the hospital you were treated, or you probably might be lying down. We get their report as well. Then we get pictures that shows that indeed you have it. Now, there are cases where the car that probably you got the accident from, or got you into the accident, might not be insured. There we take it up with our lawyers. We go to court. We offer. Some of the victims, we make them to sign an undertaking because we are going to invest into them. So whatever comes out of it, we will take whatever we have invested out. The reason is because some we openly helped. After they got their money, they didn't even come back to say that this is 1 cedi, 2 cedi, to help other people. And like I said, this is a foundation that is not supported by government or any foreign entity. We don't have any foreign donor. We don't have foreign donations or foreign support.
So in this matter, if someone is outside Ghana and he or she wants
to support,
how can the person get in touch with you?
With our numbers, like I mentioned, we are on Facebook, Accident Victim Support. We are on Instagram, Accident Victim Support. You can get our contact anywhere, but for now, it's 0505 150 822.
How does your organization collaborate with other stakeholders, such as NGOs and government agencies, to address issues concerning accident victims in Ghana?
Currently, we're trying to partner with BOST.
Okay.
Yes.
Bok Oil.
Yes.
Okay.
We also try. Road Safety is already our partners. Okay. We work with Road Safety. Not to say that when they are not doing the right thing, we don't talk. We talk about it, but they are our primary collaborators or partners. DVLA. So they have not been too, keen in supporting us, but they are still our stakeholder. Any other transport institution with STC, they only give us support when we are traveling. They don't take anything. If it is us and we write to them, they don't. They don't take anything because we've been recognized. But any other institution that want to partner with us, when they get us, they let us know. National Insurance Commission, Ghana Insurance Association, they are also our partners. When they show their interest or we write to them and they open the doors, we are open for any kind of support that they will give us.
People get emotional and psychological needs through road accident. How does your organization address this issue?
So we have counselors, professional counselors. When we realized when the situation is more than we can carry, we allow professional counselors that we have to address the issue, just as we have lawyers who address legal issues. As a pastor, every year we meet with crash victims. We have something we call the World Remembrance Day for crash victims. So this year we have decided that we will meet all crash victims at the same venue in November, where we're going to dine and wine with them, and then we'll have a big church service for all crash victims on that day. Yes, every year we do it, but this year, this is how we are going to do it. This year we are going to meet all of them, and we'll ask everybody to support. Come there with whatever you have, and then we would see how best we can address 1 or 2 issues. So those who will come there on that day, if you see somebody whose arm is chopped off and you want to support the person, why not? If you come and meet crash victims there whom you think you can employ, why not? So on that day, the 3rd Sunday of November, we would meet all crash victims, and that's how we support. But most importantly, on our anniversary, we pray hard, because everything borders on prayer. Mother Teresa said that a helping hand is better than a praying lips. Meaning, in the book of James chapter 2, it says that when your brother comes to you saying, I'm angry, and you go straight away praying for the person, that is not enough. But you give the person food first, and after you giving the person food, you can now talk about faith with the person, and then it will sink down. Jesus also said, when he saw them, he became basar, and he had compassion. The first question was, who would I have to give us something to feed these people? And there was a little boy who has 2 loaves, 5 fish, 3 loaves and then 5 loaves and then 2 fish. He gave it to them, and Jesus blessed it. And after blessing it, he shared it to everybody. After that, he preached and then gave them his miracles.
Well done, Pastor. You are watching Mr. Wood Studios. Don't forget to subscribe, share, comment, and like. You can also visit our website, mrwood.com, for all your authentic news. Sir, what role does your organization play in advocating policy changes in issues related to road safety and accident prevention? For instance, I communicate with some of the pedestrians who refuse to use the footbridge, and they were complaining it's too high. So they think they should do it like underground. When you go to Kaswa overhead, the cars pass top, then
the people pass down.
The same as motorway.
Okay.
How can you go by it? Okay. Do you have any ideas with road safety and Ghana?
Yes. We support policies that entirely save lives. Okay. We also come up with one. Every now and then we have policies that we support, and then we also have our own policy that we put out there. But then again, it all goes down to buttress one point, and they are the 3 E's. The 3 E's are enforcement, engineering, I've forgotten the last one, but we support more of enforcement. Okay. Like you are saying, yes. The engineers, they know better. Okay. I'm not an engineer. Okay, so the engineer feels that Kaswa, when the people pass under, the pedestrians use the underbridge, it will help. So they've done the underbridge. Okay. Over there at Medina, they think that when the people fly over, it is better, and that's why they've done it. Anyhow they do it, I think the engineers, they have done their best. Okay, the last E is education. Okay, advocacy. Okay. So after the engineers have done their work, now we have to educate the people on reasons why it must not always be.
Don't forget to share, subscribe, like, and comment. Pastor Club, do you have any final comment for the audience?
Yes, my final comment is what we discussed from the beginning. Okay. The low patronage or concern that the entire country has given towards road crash victims or accident victims. You can see that people don't mind. So today we hear 35 people died. The next day is dead. 2, we've also given less attention to how the people will feel. The family that have lost, their family members. How are they going to be compensated? So in Kintampo, we have people who died out of accident. Okay. 2019, over 100 people died in a day. We have
just
since, one day 100 people. We have since stopped talking about them. Okay. Mind you, the 100 people, individual, come from families, so their families have not been compensated yet. The next year we have about 37 people getting bent in an accident. We've ceased talking about them. So my concern is that, are we going to continue like this? Are we going to allow road crashes? Mind you, accident is no respecter of persons. God forbid, the 2 of us can be in an accident. So if we refuse talking about it now, we are doing ourselves, our country, especially the manifestos that do not have anything that talks about how they can be supported. Okay, you get it. That is my worries. And then lastly, that people should show concern. I always say that it can happen to you. When it happens to you, it has happened to me. Yes. So the best is we will all have to contribute to make sure that it works, so that tomorrow you can access it, I can access it too. In this case, I said people should try and donate, whether you have been involved or you have not been involved. At least at the end of the day, look for us.
Okay.
At the end of the year, look for us.
Okay.
At the end of the month, look for us. Kitwa bi answer. And anything you have in your hands too, you can bring it, because somebody needs it. What you think you do not need, you say obi actually wadie, and obi odompo esuno.
So it's true.
Yes. So we ask that everyone should support now. So you see me wearing this. I had this from Sweden.
Okay.
When I went for a conference.
Okay.
So we are committed to act, and we are not just acting the support.
Okay.
We are also acting the road safety itself. That we wish no lives will be lost. At the end of the day, we'll be bumper to bumper. I greet you, Mr. Woods, on the road. Oh, this is my card. This is your card. We exchange business due to the crash. But it shouldn't be that we had an accident and you are in the hospital, your one leg is up or it's being chopped off, and your children can't go to school because you can't work to take care of them. No, it shouldn't be like that. So everyone who is listening, try and support the road crash victim through the accident victim support. And there are other people out there too who want to copy us. We are Accident Victim Support Foundation. Any other ones that comes to you, I'm sorry, it's a fake one.
Thank you very much, Mr. Thank you very much, Pastor Crab.
Reverend Cyril Benedict Crab.
Thank you.
My name is my father's name, so it's very important.
Okay.
Reverend Cyril Benedict Crab.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. This is Mr. Wood Studios. Don't forget to subscribe, share, like, and comment.